morning everyone. Before we dive into today's lessons, I have an activity for you. I will divide you into 3 groups and you will act like a solid, liquid, and gas. Now, count 1, 2, 3. Group 1 will represent solid, Group 2 will represent liquid, and lastly, Group 3 will represent gas. Based on your idea, I want you to imagine you are a particle and arrange yourself into particles assigned to your group. You have to raise your flag if you are done. Now, in the count of 3, you will form as a particles. 1, 2, 3. Group 1, you were solids. So how does it feel standing so close together and not moving much? Exactly. Now, Group 2, how about acting like liquids? Great. And Group 3, how does it feel like a gas? Perfect. You all did an excellent job showing the differences between solid, liquid, and gas. Now that you acted like a particle, I have a question. Can you differentiate the particle arrangement of the solid, liquid, and gas? Very good. Now that you can differentiate the solid, liquid, and gas, this lesson will become easy to all of you. Before we dive into our lesson for today, our learning objectives are: describe the arrangement, spacing, and relative motion of particles in each state of matter, which is solid, liquid, and gas. Number 2 is to draw diagrams and illustrations to visualize and communicate the differences between the 3 states.
The previous activity that you did before is connected to our topic, which is matter. Matter is anything that has mass and take up space. It's everything you can see, touch, smell, and taste. Basically, everything around you. Think of it like this: matter has weight. It's how much stuff is in something. Matter has volume. It occupies a certain amount of space. Now, can you give me an example of matter? Very good, class. All of that is correct. What about the fire? Is that considered as a matter? Yes, you're correct. Fire is not considered as matter. Why? It is because it can't fill a space and don't have mass. Earlier, we said that matter can occupy space and it has a mass, but fire don't have any of that characteristics because fire is a form of energy that can transfer through matter, but it's not matter itself.
Bro.
Now that you know matter is, let's move on to our next part of discussion. The activity that you do earlier is the 3 state of matter, which is what?
Oh.
Yes, that's right. That is the 3 state of matter: the solid, liquid, and gas. And they have different characteristics. Do you have an idea in the characteristic of the 3 state of matter? Very good. It's okay if you don't have any idea. You may take your seat. You state some characteristic of the 3 state of matter.
Of solid in terms of shape is that solid have a definite shape. They hold their own form, meaning they can form anything they want. They can form like star, heart, triangle, or anything shape in your mind. Second is in terms of volume. Solid have a definite volume. They take up a specific amount of space, meaning the volume of a solid is the amount of space it takes up. Think of it as how much stuff you could fit inside the shape if it is hollow. Do you understand? Lastly, in terms of particle arrangement, do you have any idea about it? That's right. Very good. Very good. The particles in solids are tightly packed together. Solids are tightly packed together in a regular repeating pattern called lattice. They vibrate slightly but stay in a fixed position.
Let's move on to the next state of matter, which is liquid. The characteristic of liquid in terms of shape is like you said. Liquid take the shape of their container. Second is in terms of volume. Liquid have definite volume. They take up a specific amount of space, but they can flow to fill a container. Lastly, in terms of particle arrangement, particles in liquid are close together, but not in the fixed pattern. They can move past each other, allowing liquids to flow. Let's move on to the last state of matter, which is what?
Yes, that's right. Gas. The characteristic of gas in terms of shape is gases take the shape of the container. They are also in definite shape. They can form whatever they want. Second is in terms of volume. Gases have gases have no definite volume. Gases have no definite volume. What do you think? Why?
Because
Yes, that's correct. They can expand to fill whatever container they are in. Lastly, in particle arrangement. Particles in gas are far apart and move randomly in all directions. Now that we are done to our discussion about the three states of matter, and you said that you are understand our lesson, can you summarize what we discussed earlier? Wow, very good. Students, now you can differentiate the three states of matter. Let's do a activity that can help you to have more understanding to our lesson for today. Alright, everyone, I'm handling out a worksheet with the three blank diagrams. Each diagram represents one of the state of matter, solid, liquid, and gases. Alright, everyone, I'm handling out a worksheet with three blank diagrams. Each diagram represents one of three states of matter, solid, liquid, and gases. Your job is to draw particles in each diagram. Think about how particles are arranged in each state. Remember to add small arrows in each diagram to show how particles move. For example, in solid, just a small vibration, but in gases, particles move in all directions. Take your time to be thoughtful with your drawings and show me how particles behave in each state of matter. I'll be here to help you if you need any clarification. Alright, everyone, time's up. I hope you all finish your particle arrangement diagram. Please pass your worksheet on the front row.
Okay, class. Now that you are done to your individual activity, we will having a group activity. The class will be divided into groups with 5 members. Each group will be given a set of pictures or objects. Your task is to sort items into 3 categories, which are solid, liquid, and gas. After sorting, discuss why items belong in its assigned category, focusing on their observable characteristics related to shape, volume, and flow. Every member should participate and engage in the activity.
You will be graded as a group based on the active management and teamwork. You need to have a unity. You need to pick 2 students in each group to represent your activity.